Good morning. Happy Monday. I was going to write a post with just a cute picture of myself and text about this topic. And then I remembered that I am here to boldly share my voice to help inspire others to show up bigger and bolder and more unapologetically. So I'm not gonna hide. Even though that was like my first inclination, instead I'm gonna just come talk to you live about something that happened with me last week. A story I want to share with you that I know is going to change the game for you when it comes to what you are here to create. So a couple weeks ago, I was pretty sick with a cold and it was lingering. Like, why are you just staying around? It wasn't that bad, but it wouldn't leave me alone. So I was just like a little annoyed by that. And I just had all this like, I need to go, I need to push, I need to force, I have to show up on Instagram. I have so much to do. I'm here for my mission. I am a coach, I am a mentor, I am a leader. I have to lead, I have to do. You know that story, right? But I was sick and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna fucking show up anyway, but I was annoyed. So then I started to feel better. But then a few days after I kind of recovered from my cold, something kind of hit me, like emotionally. I felt really down. Like, I don't even know. It wasn't anything going on in my external world. Like, nothing in my life was going wrong. Everything is really good. But I felt this, like, deep pain, this, like, heaviness. And I'm like, what is happening? And my mind started swirling of like, nothing in my life is working and nothing in business is gonna work. And do people even like want coaches anymore? And this is coming from someone who has coached so many people. I have made so much money in my business. I have helped so many people. I have testimonials up the ass. Like, I have always been a successful person. And for whatever reason, at the time, I know what it is now, but at the time, I'm like, I am a fucking failure and nothing is working, and does any of it even matter? So there was a point where I opened up Telegram, which is where my mastermind group has our group conversations with my coach. And I opened up Telegram and I had been like crying all morning. I'm like just in tears, feeling such deep, heavy emotions. And I open up Telegram and I just start talking. I just let myself, through my mouth, speak all of the deep, dark feelings that were just flowing through me. I didn't judge myself. I didn't shame myself. I just said what needed to come out of me. And I said stuff like, does coaching even matter? Am I, like, I can't remember the exact things now because like it feels so far away at this moment, but stuff like, does it even matter? Did I make a mistake joining this program, this mentorship, this mastermind, this high ticket group? Like, what's the point of it all? I was in this like very defeatist, victim-y, like, woe is me energy. And part of me was like just sitting in observation of just like, interesting, you know, why are we doing this? I'm just gonna be curious. And the other part of me was like, everything is terrible. Nothing is working. Maybe I'm just meant to suffer, right? So I'm sharing all this in the Telegram and I hit send. And part of me was like, oh my God, like, what did I just do? I just shared like the depths of my pain in that moment with a group of other women who are all like powerful entrepreneurs who are making tens of thousands of dollars every month and who are like so high level in their business. And here I am like, wow, you know. But I sent it anyway, and I held myself in the discomfort around being that vulnerable. And then I let myself just cry. And I just held myself, and I'm like, it's okay. Like, these are your true feelings right now. Just allow them to come out. So through that process, of just allowing all the hidden, dark, deep, limiting, uncomfortable feelings to just, one, be there, and two, to be witnessed by other humans and to witness them myself, I was able to unearth some very true, how do I say this? To unearth some very unconscious patterns that I have been holding with me. Now, what we hold unconscious, what lives in our subconscious mind, those belief systems are actually what's running the show of our life. We might think consciously that whatever it is that we're creating is working well and we're doing it and I believe this about myself, but it's actually what's subconscious that's making the true decisions. So if things are not going as well in your life or in your business or in your finances, we have to look at the subconscious beliefs running the show. And this experience for me last week was me unearthing some deeply rooted subconscious beliefs that I had been ignoring, that I had been kind of shoving down and not wanting to look at. And there's so much discussion in the coaching industry and personal development worlds that we need to choose a positive thought or belief and affirm it over and over again. Now, there's validity to that. We always want to align our energy in the direction that we want to go, right? And if we don't address what's unconscious, what's actually running the show, then we're going to be affirming in our conscious mind, and we're not going to fucking get anywhere. So for me, what I had the profound and beautiful opportunity to do in my container with my coach was to unearth a very true, and I say true because it lived within me, belief of I've always had the identity as someone who's wildly successful. I am one of the smartest people I know. I am so dedicated. I never give up. I am determined as fuck. I go. I'm type A in that way. I will never give up. And I believe that about myself so purely. And there was a part of me inside that also believed on a subconscious level that I needed that success to continue and to be reflected to me from my external environment through cash, through clients, through opportunities, in order to validate that I am good enough, worthy enough, lovable enough, right? So even though the identity is yes, I'm a powerful leader, I'm a successful woman, I cannot be lovable and worthy if that is not reflected to me in the external reality. So what does that mean? When success, as I want to define it in whatever way I'm defining it, doesn't come to me as quickly as I decided, in the exact way that I decided, if I make some arbitrary, I need to make this amount of money, sign this amount of clients, have this amount of opportunity and this amount of time, if I don't have that, then that means I am not worthy. So really that subconscious belief that has been buried in me has been using all of that against myself. So that belief just needed to be unearthed. And that is why I sat on the edge of my bed and just sobbed it out. Because I had been denying that. My conscious mind is come on, you know how amazing I am, you know how powerful I am, I know how wise I am, my level of consciousness, the amount of time and energy and money I put into my growth and development. I am a fucking rock star, don't y'all see? And I can create anything that I want, and I am so well versed in business and money and manifestation and success. I understand it perfectly, so therefore I should be able to receive it all, whatever I wanted. But because my unconscious belief was I need the external validation to feel worthy, the universe had my back and made the very specific decision, if you want to say God, universe, source, however you want to define it, the presence outside that is greater than us, that is helping co-create with us. I could say made a decision to stop me in my tracks and to say, hey, Alina, aren't you done with this? You've been playing this out for so many years. And because you're so powerful and brilliant, you have received that reflection in your external reality. But where you are about to go, the amount of impact that you are here to create, the amount of money, the wealth, the success, the service, you cannot have any of that. You cannot create any of that while holding on to this belief that you need it to be validated to you. So what happened? I had to stop it. It had to be interrupted. I had to dig really deep within my being to unearth this belief that I cannot take with me to this next level. Because what I've had within me got me to where I am now, which is fucking amazing. But where I'm going, the level of service that I am here to offer, the level of impact I'm here to create, the success that is coming to me and all of those around me, I can't bring this with me. 11:11 on the clock. I can't bring this with me. So I had to interrupt it. It had to happen. Otherwise, I would be continuing to try to create success only to validate myself, but not for any other reason. And again, this is all subconscious. I don't go around thinking oh, I just need validation. How many people are doing this? No. I don't show up like that, but I had to break down and break through. So what happened is I had these realizations after I felt them, after I felt the depths of the pain. I had these realizations of, oh, this is what's been hiding in there. Okay. And the way I was able to do it was by holding loving space for myself and allowing the true feelings and thoughts and beliefs to come up without any judgment, without any shaming of myself. I let myself feel a little embarrassed that I shared all of this with my mastermind group. And I was like, you know what? This is me growing. This is me expanding. So that's what I did. And now, the clarity that I have received coming out of that storm, it felt like this storm of swirling and all of my stuff. You know when a storm comes and there's so much water, the earth gets muddy, right? The water flows through it and all this stuff comes up. That's what it felt like. So I unearthed all the stuff that I can't take with me to the next level. And because I understand how to hold loving space, when it came up, I didn't shove it away. I didn't say, no, you're not cute. We got to get rid of you, which is what a lot of the personal development and coaching industry is like. Don't look at the dark stuff. Let's just focus on what's nice and the beliefs we want to believe in. We're not doing that. We don't do that because it doesn't work. We hold loving space. We allow what needs to come up. We look at it. The subconscious becomes conscious, and then we can lovingly let it not just go, but sit aside, because that's always going to be a little bit of a part of me. There's a part of me that's always going to be like, hey, we need external validation to prove we're worthy. And that part of me has been in the driver's seat of the car of my life, but it doesn't have to be anymore, because now I'm conscious and I can say, hey, why don't you sit in the back, enjoy a relaxing time. I'm going to take the wheel and I'm going to drive the car of my life into my wildest dreams. So I share all of this with you so that you can understand. And I want you to feel this in your being, that if it feels dark at times, if you have moments of pain or suffering and you're confused and you're like, why am I not getting to the level that I know I want to be at? Why does it feel so hard for me? I want you to lean in. Like, this is your opportunity to really understand that we have to dig deep to rise high. We have to unearth the subconscious beliefs and patterns within our being that are running the show. And we have to allow them to be seen, to be heard, to be cared for, to be loved. We have to shine a light on them so that they can let go of like the grip that they have. And when you do that, you free yourself up to so much possibility. And the clarity that came for me, like I downloaded from this experience, like an entire new product suite. Like I am so clear on the service that I have to offer. I have all these programs like listed out, the exact names of them, exactly how I'm going to serve people, how I'm going to support people. And all of that was in the clouds and the fog because I was still operating from, I need that external validation. But I don't need that anymore because that has been unearthed. That programming has been exposed, and that part of me that needs that validation is sitting in the back just like chilling with an ice cream cone and isn't running the show and is so fucking chill. And now I'm like, ooh, I get to now focus on service. I get to now focus on what I have to give because I no longer feel like I need to get. It's not about that anymore because that part of me is just, she's fucking happy. And the higher version of me is now like, oh, great. I know exactly what I'm here to do. I have so much to offer. I'm so excited to serve people. And the wealth and the success that I feel in my body that I am meant for, that's, when you're meant for something, it just comes. And our only responsibility is to be grateful for it and to enjoy the process and enjoy the journey as we receive it all and holding space for the magic to be created too. So if you're in this space of like, it feels like there's resistance and it feels like things are not working and it feels like you're spinning your wheels and you're like, I'm going crazy, because that's how I felt. Like, I'm going fucking crazy. If you feel any of that, this is your invitation to lean in. This is your invitation to allow whatever the depths in your soul, the darkness that you feel. We don't avoid the dark. In order to be in the light, we have to hold space for the dark. So it's your opportunity to lean in even deeper. If you want to rise high, which I know you want to do, because I know that you know that you're meant for greatness, you're meant for big service, you're meant for big impact, big wealth. And that's all coming. If you're meant for it, that means it's for you and you can't really fuck it up. But how do you want the journey to be? And it's the journey of discovering what is deep within you, what is living in your subconscious that you're afraid to shine light onto. That's the part of you that needs to be seen the most. That's the part that needs the light shined on it. So I invite you to lean into that and don't run away from it. So this is something that I support my clients with because it is so uncommon for us as humans to have space held for the darkness within us, to have someone hold space for the depths of the emotions. Because when I went through that, this feeling of like, I don't know, just like all that needed to be unearthed, all of that needed the light, I wasn't afraid to look at it. So many of us are afraid of it. But it's when we can hold space for it with so much love and support and also neutrality of like, this is just what is, and what is perfect, then we can let our shoulders back and we can rest and relax into knowing that we are fully safe and fully protected and fully guided. So this is something that I offer my clients, is hold space for them to just be all of themselves, to let all of it out, because if it's in us and it's holding us like this and we're clenched and we're tight, it needs to unwind. We have to unearth those limiting parts. And I use the word limiting only because they're running the show and they're not aligning energetically with where we're going. So they need to be seen and come out. And once they are, then you open up to all of the magic. So if this is something that you're feeling really called to doing, if you're feeling like there's pain in your body that is keeping you in this disillusioned or frustrated place, and you know that you have something that needs to be moved so that you can be really free to receive and allow the magic to come through in the work you're here to create, then I want you to reach out to me and we can talk about either doing a money healing session, which is a one-off session where we get together and I utilize intuitive coaching, neuro-linguistic programming, hypnotherapy, and inner child healing to move your energy from any ties to scarcity over into attracting more abundance into your life. Or we can also talk about private mentorship, which is a 6-month experience where I'm going to be there to guide and support you in really showing up more boldly and unapologetically in your pursuit of your purpose. So you can call in really big money, call it in, hold it, grow it, share it, receive it, all of that, and build the business and the legacy that your soul came here to create, because that's why you're here. So during that 6-month experience, we will unearth any and all parts of you that need to be expressed, while also working on the tangible, action-focused energetics of marketing and sales and laying the foundation for a really powerful, strong brand and business. So you can leave a legacy doing the work that you're here to do. So if either of those you're feeling called to working with me in either of those ways, then just send me a DM. We can discuss it. And thank you for holding space for me to share the experience that I went through. And I really hope that this is exactly what you needed in this moment, to not put any shame onto you for the feelings that you have, and know that all of you is welcome. All of you deserves love, and all of you is here to create something beautiful. And we don't deny any parts of us. We embrace them and we hold them in so much love. And that is what creates magic. That is what creates magnetism. When we don't abandon any parts of us, we hold them all together, and we just allow the parts that need to be loved the most to be loved, and we give them a backseat where they can just fucking chill. All right. So that's some of the work that I do. I'm so grateful to share it with you, and I hope you all have just the most amazing rest of your day. All right. Talk soon.